Really? Shantae again?
Hey, don't look at me. It kinda just picks them at random. Though that box I drew in probably doesn't help as much as I thought it would.
What box?
Tyler? I can't believe you left in the middle of the story.
Well, plot started happening and I didn't want to bother you. And suddenly I am extremely nervous.
Thanks for the present, losers.
Hey, Mimic. Next time you decide to go treasure hunting, don't. Shantae, Risky's Revenge. Much like the original, this game has some backstory to it. The game originally was going to be released on the Game Boy Advance under the name Shantae, Risky's Revolution in 2004, but for unknown reasons was scrapped during development. While Risky's Revolution never came to be, a lot of the concepts and even a good chunk of the art assets were repurposed for Risky's Revenge, which eventually released in 2010 on the DSi shop. At one point in time, the game was going to be episodic, but that was scrapped, likely due to realizing how annoying that would have been. Unfortunately, that's all we really know about Shantae Advance. So yeah, Risky's Revenge, from what I can tell, takes place a bit after the original Shantae game. Once again, it seems Risky has a scheme brewing as she steals a seemingly normal oil lamp dug up by Shantae's uncle Mimic on one of his various expeditions. Mimic informs us that we have to get a hold of 3 magic seals to try and stop Risky. Only, that doesn't seem smart. In the original, the only reason why Risky got the 4 stones was because of Shantae. It would, in theory, be better to leave all 3 with the Barons, or at the very least get 1 and hide it somewhere. The 3 seals are held in order by Squid Baron, Ammo Baron, and Hypno Baron, whose layers each serve as the 3 dungeons, which I'll talk about later. On our way, we encounter Roddy Tops, who still wants to eat Shantae's brain because zombie. Using the literal version of the World Wide Web, Roddy informs us on what Risky is up to. We also save a puppy from being eaten because, again, zombie. After returning the puppy to a very self-loathing chef, we have our key to the first dungeon in the form of a meal. Once in the dungeon, we meet Squid Baron, who dines and dashes away after Shantae asks him for the seal. Way to just bail on the delivery person. So, we do what this half-genie hero does best, brave this dungeon and whip him in the face repeatedly with our hair.
Shantae, I just wanted to say how sorry I am for kicking you out.
You're sorry about that? I fell into those damn bottomless pits at least 10 times on the way over here. I don't know if you know this, but I feel all of that pain. So, thanks.
I need you to take the deed to the town and give it to a man across the land. He will protect Scuttletown.
Wait, so you wanted to say sorry, but you're sending me on an errand and I'm still not the guardian genie?
Oh heavens no! So, are you gonna get going or are you going to be a dirty, lazy Jin?
So, after talking with Mayor Scuttlebutt, who acts as a plot device to get us to go see Ammo Baron, we head to the desert, which is cool to see it turn back up in this game. After traversing some caves, we manage to find Ammo Baron's camp as he is planning to take over Sequin Land, but that isn't important. Once Ammo Baron has the deed to the town, I'm sure that won't bite us in the butt later on, we gain access to the next dungeon, which is a gauntlet run containing every enemy we've encountered thus far, which is kinda boring, but it gets the award for easiest and quickest dungeon to beat. It also allows you to continue to run through it for more prizes. But you won't really be that strapped for gems unless you plan to be a completionist about the game. Once returning to Scuttletown, we find our route is blocked by a stone golem who keeps talking about not being smashed or something like that. This little distraction leads us to find an upgrade for the elephant transformation that should allow us to progress. Of course, not before having to run another side quest, just so we gain access to Hypno Baron's lair. What is it this time, you ask? Well, we have to go on a coffee run because why the fuck not? Also, can zombies even drink coffee? Can they process what they eat? These are legitimate questions. The fate of the world might lay in the balance, and you have me go on a coffee run. Honestly, not the best use of my time.
Well, did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. I also learned that Shantae really shouldn't be trusted to look after anything that requires constant attention.
Ugh, a latte. That's a girl drink. Well, at least you got the rotten egg.
So, are you going to tell me how to get into the lair, or am I going to get all Simon Belmont up in here?
Oh yeah, here.
Jesus Christ! Is that C4? Where did you get C4? How is this a thing, and yet we still don't have centralized power?
Yes, it is. I know a guy, so shut up and take the plastic explosive.
Who knew I'd end up being Naked Snake by this point in my life? I still question the logic of C4 as a key, but at least we're in the last dungeon. Digging after the Crackle Mound from the first game in looks and moving eyeballs, this dungeon plays off of controlling the layout of the dungeon by changing the way the statue's eye is looking. The boss takes on the form of your uncle, which I have to say is kinda satisfying to beat, as this boss got me way more times than I would like to admit. After making our way back to Scuttletown, we find out that Risky has captured Mimic with the help of Righty Tops. This now leads us into the final section of the game, and after collecting 3 baby squids for Squid Baron, we gain access to one of the coolest segments of this game. A shoot-em-up level is the mermaid transformation as you storm your way to Risky. Once there, you encounter Risky, who forces you to hand over the magic seals. Again, why did Shantae bring them? I mean, I know that Risky wanted them and was ransoming Uncle Mimic, but come on! You could have taken one, given it to her, and then whipped her in the face. The game even makes you think that you have a choice in it, but you don't. After a fight with Risky, the lamp is ready to be used, and surprise surprise, it steals Shantae's genie powers. That, however, is just the icing on the cake, as Risky forces Shantae to fight her genie side. In a display that I can only say is both cool and, my god, is this what I've been doing to people? This is horrible. With Nigga Shantae defeated, we make our way back home, and the game ends. Gameplay-wise, this game has really stepped it up compared to the first one. Everything feels way more fluid, and with the addition of more buttons makes everything, including transformations, less clunky. Now you just press and hold one button if you want to transform. By far a huge improvement to the game. Little has been improved upon in the way of platforming, but when you already take really solid platforming and just move it over, there is little to mess up. One of my bigger complaints was also fixed, and that was the hair whip. Not only is it now longer, but it also hits multiple enemies, and you can buy upgrades to allow you to attack even faster. So, all in all, this game was a massive improvement upon the first, and I love the first. The music is just as good as before, the gameplay has been improved, and while it took me some time to get used to the layered stage system, everything for the most part has been upgraded for the comeback for this half-genie hero. My biggest complaint for the game would have to be that it suffers from a problem from the first that I like to call figure it the fuck out syndrome, where they'll tell you a direction to go and you just have to figure it out. This works a bit better as the map isn't as big this time around, but when looking for the squids near the end of the game, which is required mind you, you just have to guess where they are, as the paths that lead to them are not only underwater, but also in secret passages. I had to look up a guide just to find them. You shouldn't have to look up a guide to do something in a game that you are required to do. That being said, this is my only real problem with the game as a whole. The game also comes with a new mode that gives you infinite magic and makes everything a bit more difficult for those of you who want to get some more longevity out of the game. If you liked or for that matter didn't like the original game, then I would have to recommend playing this one. The improvements make it more beginner friendly, and with the addition of a map, you're less likely to get lost. It's worth mentioning that Wayforward sent me a review copy for the Wii U port of the game, and I tried it out, and yeah, it's pretty much just the PC port, which isn't a bad thing. Those of you who don't have a PC to play the game can pick it up on the Wii U. If you want to try out the game for yourself, you can pick up the Director's Cut on Steam for around $10, and on the Wii U for around the same price.
No!
It's over. Thank God. Alright, GBC. I'm ready to leave. Any second now. I'm done! Well, that's not good. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. This has never happened to me before. I have no connection to GBC, and I think I'm stuck here. Hopefully not for too long. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out some of my other videos. Also, I started this little group known as Subtank with a couple of my friends. Go check out their content by clicking on one of the videos here in the end slate thing. Feel free to hit that subscribe button if you liked what you saw, and so you can get these videos as soon as they come out. Anywho, I'm GbcTyler, and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully. Bye!